American Le Mans Series presented by Tequila Patron saw Muscle Milk Aston Martin Racing take their second ALMS victory at Mosport International Raceway. Drivers Lucas Lohr and Klaus Graf showed their determination by finishing almost 29 seconds ahead of the second-place Dyson racing car. The number 20 Mazda Lola, driven by Hamid Al Masood and Stephen Kane, finished third. BMW Team RLL's GT win streak came to a close as a combination of contact, penalties and mechanical woes forced the 55 of Bill Oberlin and Dirk Werner to a third-place finish. The number 4 Corvette, driven by Ollie Gavard and Jan Magnussen, held out for a first-place finish, their first ALMS win since the 2010 finale at Petit Le Mans. Tony Vielander and Jamie Mello led racing competition to a second-place finish. Le Mans Prototype Challenge was a core Autosport sweep as Ricardo Gonzalez and Gunnar Jeanette led teammates John Bennett and Frankie Montecalvo to a 1-2 finish in their twin Orica FLM 09s. Lime Rock Park winners Genoa Racing were third, with drivers Eric Lux and Christian Zugel. Pole sitter and local favourite Kyle Marcelli's day ended early after the Canadian was caught out in a tangle between Intersport's LMPC car driven by John Field and the GT3 Cup car of Chris Cumming. The GT race mirrored the GT contest with multiple lead changes and a lot of contact. It climaxed with Spencer Pumpelly's last lap pass on his TRG teammate Dion von Moltke, who finished second. After qualifying on pole position, the 54 Black Swan Cup car of Tim Pappas and Damien Faulkner finished third. A milestone was reached in Mosport where the amount of oil replaced by renewable fuels in the prototype and GT categories compared with traditional petroleum fuel reached an all-time high of 47.3%. This achievement illustrates the impact of the ALMS commitment to green racing. Muscle Milk Aston Martin Racing collected its third American Le Mans Series victory at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Challenge. Pole sitter Guy Smith for Dyson Racing jumped ahead for the lead early on, but a slippery track due to rain enabled Muscle Milk drivers Lucas Lohr and Klaus Graf to gain the lead and the overall victory, winning by more than a minute. Smith and Chris Dyson in the 16 Mazda Lola came home in second, while Chris McMurray and Tony Burgess finished third for Auticon Racing. The heavy rains caused problems for many GT cars as well. Risi Competizione and Flying Lizards were both out of contention. After a phenomenal restart, Wolf Hensler, driving for Team Falkland Tyre, passed 12 cars and the leading Flying Lizard Porsche to take the victory. In an unusual ALMS finish, the race ended under a red flag due to the heavy rains. The number 4 Corvette finished second in the hands of Jan Magnussen and Ollie Gavin, and the 55 BMW of Dirk Werner and Bill Oberlin was able to overcome an earlier crash with their sister car to come in third. In Le Mans Prototype Challenge, it was a sweep by Intersport Racing's Orica FLM 09s. The 89 car of Tommy Treacy and Kyle Marcelli came in first. The 37 of father and son team John and Clint Field took second. The 52 car of David Cheng and Javier Echeverria for Team PR1 Mathiasen Motorsports came in third. TRG scored its third straight first-place finish with the 66 Porsche of Duncan Ende and Spencer Pumpelly fighting off the rain and heavy traffic for a strong finish. Black Swan's 54 came in second in the hands of Tim Pappas and Jerome Blakemolen. Magnus Racing with John Potter and Craig Stanton came in third. The 6th round of the American Le Mans Series Road Race Showcase at Road America kept the action going throughout the entire 4 hours of racing. It was an extremely close LMP1 battle throughout the race, with Klaus Graf of Muscle Milk Aston Martin finishing just 0.112 seconds ahead of Dyson Racing's Guy Smith for the overall win. It was the 4th victory for Muscle Milk in the season. Team Auticon drivers Tony Burgess and Chris McMurray came third in their Lola. The GT race was an intense battle, but Risi Competizione's Ferrari 458 Italia, driven by Jamie Mello and Tony Vielander, was able to fight through for a first-place finish in GT. BMW swept the remaining 2 podium positions with their 55 and 56 M3s. In the Le Mans Prototype Challenge action, first place went to the 52 Orica of PR1 Mathiasen Motorsports. Eric Lux and Christian Zugel of Genoa Racing took second, and the 05 of Core Autosport made it third. Jerome Blakemolen and Tim Pappas for Black Swan took the victory in GTC. TRG's Duncan Ende and Spencer Pumpelly held on to finish second on the podium, ending their streak of first-place finishes. A small bump with the Black Swan car cost MGT Motorsports an avoidable contact penalty. They came in third. Scott Tucker, Christophe Bouchou and Luis Diaz were the 3 drivers who took the LMP2 win for Level 5 Motorsports back in the American Le Mans Series for the first time since Long Beach.